All right, let's take a look at First Mission. This horse is Godolphin owned and also bred by Godolphin. That's something I always like to pay attention to. Trained by Brad Cox. You do not want to ignore him. Sired by Street Sense with the dam sire of Medagliadoro. Doesn't mind the distance. Here he is in his first race. He was in the 5-hole, although he was the number 1. Takes a couple steps. I'll freeze it because he just kind of has some awkward first steps. And when you look at the break from the regular camera you're used to, you'll see how First Mission falls behind, and as they get through the trees here, we will pause it for you and circle him. He'll be in the second flight in between horses. There he is right there. So it gives you a sense of those first few steps. Did maybe cost him a little bit of placing off the beginning of this race. As we turn for home, Bishop's Bay is number 5, the horse that actually came back to run a very impressive race in the Peter Pan Stakes. You see First Mission on the outside. Louis Saez really pushing him. I think he might pass him for a second there, right there. But Bishop's Bay ends up pulling away, beating First Mission by 3/4 of a length. A very good debut for this horse, though. We'll go to his second start as you watch the gallop out. And in his second start was again at the fairgrounds. Here he is, number 9, and you're going to watch the break again, and he takes a stumble, a little bit of a bobble there as well. So now 2 for 2. The first steps have been a little bit awkward. As we turn the camera for you, we'll circle the 9. I want you to watch when the gate breaks. I'm going to freeze it because First Mission is actually half his body's out of the gate before any of the other horses right there. And then he takes a little bit of stumble, but it doesn't affect him as he's able to get up to the front, clear over, and pull up alongside number 1, Right Karma, who is certainly the early speed that day. As you'll notice as we turn to the backstretch, Right Karma is the early speed. First Mission stalking on the outside, and when Corey Lannery asks First Mission to go, he goes. And we notice in that first race, Louis Saez really pushing First Mission. This race, there was actually a key horse in here. That was the number 7 who came up for 3rd, Quaternion, who ended up winning on the Derby undercard. You see Lannery give First Mission 1 whip, and off he goes. He earned a 93. He was assigned a 93 speed figure in this race, so it did drop from a Brisnet number standpoint, but you can see how easy he put away this field. His next out was the Lexington Stakes at Keeneland. And what I want to pay attention to here is, again, he's the one with the blinkers. We'll arrow him for you. And I'm going to play this forward and then bring it back to you because you can see how breaks much cleaner. And we'll play it one more time for you as he's able to get to the front pretty easily. Asked a few times, but at least doesn't have that stumble or bobble that he had in his first 2 starts. This race, he'll get up to a nice rail trip on the front end behind Arabian Lion. What I was paying attention to in this segment of the race was how much First Mission was being asked compared to Arabian Lion. You can really see him trying to push him along, and it's reminiscent of that first race when he really needed to be kind of urged to get going. He gets the rail trip here as Arabian Lion leaves it open. Look at the space between the horses. Look at this ride here by Irad coming down on him. And First Mission doesn't blink and keeps moving forward. He really got squeezed, probably was feeling uncomfortable in that move from Arabian Lion, but First Mission goes on for the victory in the Lexington Stakes. With a clean break, I think First Mission is a horse you're going to pay attention to be on the front end of the Preakness Stakes.